Thank you very much. Sitting there, they put me in some heavy company tonight. And as I was thinking, reminiscing, 1984, I played the Final Four in Seattle. And I also played for the Coaches Convention and Nike. And I really did learn some words of wisdom. But before I tell you the story, I want to thank Miss Bradford for the tremendous show that she has engineered here tonight, and all of her wonderful people. I want to congratulate Bobby Floyd and Nancy Wilson and all the other people previous to that who I've had the opportunity of being with all of them. Nancy and I used to do things when we were around 12 years old on an amateur show. And over here was the singing sensation, Nancy Wilson. And over here was this little 12-year-old saxophone player, little boy wonder. And I also want to congratulate, and I hope you realize what you've heard tonight, tremendous musicians. I'm going to really go through this very quickly. I didn't want to do this. I wanted to be an athlete and thought I was good at it until I got up to Ohio State and realized there's a lot of guys good at it. And my father used to tell me all the time, your academics and your music are going to last you a lifetime.
Amen.
But your athletics are only going to last a certain portion of your life. Basically, you get too damn old. And to show how much I love athletics, I have some people I want to acknowledge tonight that have come to say hi, Carl, tonight. We have 2 members of Ohio State's only national championship basketball team ever to come to OHIO. That's Mel Noel and Dave Barker. And we have another basketball player from that same team that's going to get a copy of this in San Francisco. Joe wanted to be here tonight. Joe Roberts is in our thoughts. And then since is football a big sport in Ohio? I think so. We have my friend who has scored more touchdowns than anybody in the history of Ohio State. Big Pete Johnson, the greatest fullback ever. I have family here tonight who I love dearly. Karen and Coach, I can't even tell you how much I love you two. Jimmy Valvano said something in 1984 at the Final Four. He said there's 3 things that you can do to make one heck of a day. You can cry, you can laugh, and you can think. Well, I've already done the thinking today, and I've already done the crying today. And I'm going to have all of you, before you leave here tonight, say a little prayer for my son who is very ill. What an honor to be up here tonight. I want to tell you that this is one of the greatest nights of my life. And to be here and be with all these fine people, I was asked a question. We started this yesterday on WOSU. Ms. Bradford took me over to WOSU, and from the time we walked in, they treated me like a king. And the host asked me, how does it feel to play music? Well, I had another friend of mine, Connie Boykin, who's the head of a jazz organization. He asked me that very same question. And I want to tell you how it feels to play music. How does it feel to eat a nice piece of pie and maybe ice cream on it after you had a great meal? It feels pretty good, doesn't it? How does it feel to listen to some beautiful music, have a nice night out with your wife or girlfriend, and go home and how does that feel? Well, music is that and more. I really wished I could have played more tonight. I wanted to get into it after I saw you people. I want to say something that one of my best friends in life told me. He's one of the smartest people I know. He's sitting here tonight. His name is Steve Clapp, and I thought he was crazy when he said, Carl, you can't retire. As you get older, you're going to get more valuable. And I said, what is he on? Well, I traveled the country. I was with the great Chuck Berry when he had 3 tunes in the top 10. Wow. And we won't go over that, but the country was great. And after a while, I started thinking, I'm getting paid for this and getting to see the country. When I started out my first real job, going to college at Grant Hospital, working in the radiology department for a beautiful physician, Dr. Meyer, and they treated me so good and they taught me so much. And he had 2 sons at that time that were getting ready to go to college. And you think I'm not fortunate after all these years, people coming after 50 years. His son's here tonight, Dr. Meyer and his wife. I can't thank you enough. Last but not least, a schoolmate, a man that traveled with the Pittsburgh Pirates and kept them together. My dentist, over 50, he keeps his grill together so I can still play. Chet, where are you, Chet? I'm so glad you're here. Where are you? Okay, there you are. Top of the corner. I'm going to say this. Everywhere I've gone, where are you from? I'm so proud to say Columbus, Ohio. I love this city. I've seen this city grow from 200,000 to what it is now. And I think about 15 days ago, I turned 79 years old.
Wow.
Look pretty good for 79. Thinking about that Chuck Berry doing that.
Beautiful.
I'm one of the most fortunate people in this world.
Oh, that's right.
Connie asked me one day, Carl, do you think it's been okay for you? Did you get a piece of that American pie?
Yeah,
I said, did I get a piece of it? You answer that. He said, yeah, you reached over and stole somebody else's. I want to say this. My father used to tell me all the time, what are you going to do tonight? Calling me every single night. And it started by accident. This whole music thing started by accident. I had to use the restroom in school. Come back and the door was locked. I was 10 years old.
Wow.
I knocked on the door. The teacher didn't open the door. I knocked real loud and she did not open the door. And I just hollered, open the door, Richard. That was a big song back then. Open the door, Richard. She said, oh, we got a class clown here. Why don't you sing that song for the class? Well, I sang it. And at a PTA meeting, the teacher said, I think he's got some musical talent. Maybe you better explore this. that was the beginning of the saxophone.
Wow.
So I've been 79 years on this
My.
earth. 69 of them have been blowing that horn.
Beautiful.
I probably can get a 747 off the air already. Thank you so much. And whatever you do, remember this. When you tell somebody that you really enjoy them in this music field, the greatest pay they can receive is this. And I want to say one thing. Whenever you let your head get on wrong and you think you're all that much and you're all that great, just remember something. Let it go in this ear and out this ear, because I've tried to play a 10 every night I've played music. And the closest I've ever come to a 10, maybe an 8. And I'm still striving for it. And I'm going to be playing music to the day I go down. I want to thank you so much, and I'm so privileged to have you.
Just hold the string until I tell you this. I just have to take a moment, because what I see in front of me is a wonderful, wonderful gathering of musicians and supporters and connoisseurs of music of this city and of our honorees here in front of us. So without further ado, again, I'm acknowledging State Auto, Mike LaRocco, and the State Auto family. We thank you for the support of the State Auto Walk of Fame. And we have before us our honorees and their representatives. So on 1, on 2, on 3, you may unveil your star. Very good. All right, everyone, thank you again for coming. Next year, we'll leave that as a surprise who will be inducted, but make sure you stay connected to all things Lincoln. And again, thank you all for coming and supporting the honorees here and what we do at the Lincoln. Good night and be safe.
Dr. Myers. Yeah, I told you.
He and I started together. I'm a year older than you.
I can't thank you enough. How long you be in town?
We'll be here till mid-October.
Oh, I'm gonna call you so we go out to lunch. Okay.
Let me know.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Didn't I have you lunch at the hospital a couple
You had me
years
at
ago?
lunch at
Okay. All right. Great honor.
Thanks very much.
Nice meeting you.
Carl coming in front of you. Man walking his baby.
Hi. How are you?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Who? Dr. Myers. Hey! How you doing? How you doing? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Hi, sweetie.
I want to get a picture with you and your neighbor. Kojo is on the Walk of Fame.
Yeah, we met.
Okay.
I'm right down there somewhere.
Oh, you're behind me.
Okay, it's okay.
Megan, this one, you have the right to get it.
Okay, thank you, buddy. Thank you.
All right, here we go. Hey. Dave, you taking a picture? Thank you. I love you. I know that. You're a good man, a good friend. Okay. Believe me. I appreciate it. Well, you got a lot of friends. I know.
You want to get yours? Oh, yes. I want to get your picture.
With the bad knees. Enough much, but just good. They making me stand up with them bad knees. I know. I was suffering. I want you to suffer than me. Yeah. Scored more touchdowns than anybody in the history. Good job, buddy. Oh, good job, man. Thank you. I'm so appreciative. We're going out to lunch this week. We got to do it. Yeah. All right. We got to do it. Yeah. That's for sure. Yeah. I know. Hey, take a picture of me and him. Come here. Yeah. Look. Come here. Get a picture with the Columbus policeman. Come here. You're not in trouble with it. Okay.
I thought I'd see a picture with you, cop, without a handcuff on. I've known him a long time.
Yeah, this, Dom Taveri, this is his father. We've been friends since we've been little boys.
And
Lou Taveri.
get it?
I'm going to get in here.
Betty, did you get this?
Here, maybe if we get out of this. You taking a picture? Take a picture. You're a superstar. We can't take a picture with a superstar. We don't. You got your name. If they did mine, it'd be in dirt.
I didn't get a chance to tell him about the story. She just cut me short. I wanted to say about the story, but she cut me short.
I wish I know you was gonna show that video. I'd have gave you the good copy of it.
Yeah. But that's how good it was.
Yeah.
That's how good because that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I said, but that's how good it was.
Yeah.
If they could take that.
Yeah. That would have been the best.
No, I know. I want you to take a picture. Come all the way from San Francisco.
Candy Kirk and Hodges.